All right, let's go to something totally different. Now, I think you know more about this than me, but we are going to be speaking in a second or so to John Adler, who's the executive producer of the South African National Defence Force's TV section.
Well, this seems to be triggered, Jenny, by a film festival held in Bracciano, which is part of Rome, I think, or near Rome, which is called the International Defence Film Festival. And it seems to be a festival for movies made by any nation's armed forces. So filmmakers in uniform, as they call it. And our own SANDF sent in a 60-second commercial that they produced promoting the peacekeeping role of the SANDF on the continent of Africa. And it has won an award. I confess I don't have in front of me the exact nature of the award, but it clearly did well in this International Defence Film Festival in Italy.
And not only that, but they had absolutely no money at all. I mean, not even money for half a bullet, as I understand it. So really, this has been done on a wing and a prayer, and I think it's fantastic.
Budget for actors, it says, 0 rands.
Yes.
Production budget.
0
rands.
And apparently they did find a suitable actress within the South African National Defence Force, but borrowed the bathroom light fitting and some satin material they had lying around the studio.
Well, if you go onto the Ad Feature Facebook page, we have posted the commercial there, and you'll see that the central concept is of a mystic, if you like, gazing into a crystal ball and using that as the copy strategy. But the crystal ball itself, which takes up the center of the screen, that I would imagine is the bathroom light fitting in question. So to say that this was done through ingenuity more than money would be an understatement.
So let's go to John Adler, and who's the executive producer of the South African National Defence Force's TV section, and it is a 60-second ad. So John Adler, congratulations to you.
Great, thank you very much, Jenny. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Andy. Thank you very much for having me on the show.
In your wildest dreams?
No, not at all. Especially with something so off the wall. No, we didn't expect it at all. We were very pleased. Considering the competition, all the big names, the United States and the Chinas and the Croatias, Canada, Brazil, all the big countries, we were very pleased with what we did.
What award did you actually win?
We won the advertising category, advertising category of the competition. The competition was divided into 11 sections, where there was a Grand Prix prize. Obviously, that was won by the USA, and then on the advertising section, the SANDF won that prize.
So in your section, you beat everyone else in the world?
That's right, yes.
Brilliant, well done. And tell me, why does the SANDF need an internal film-making division?
Well, Andy, like I said, adverts is something that we've just recently started producing. We've produced a couple for the SANDF that have aired nationally. But generally, our role and functions are different. We assist the SANDF often in investigations and things like that. We do a lot of documentaries within the SANDF, which tells the public about our role and function of what we do and how we operate. And a lot of these go overseas to military attaches, to the various missions, so that just to fill people in on what the SANDF is up to. We also have a YouTube channel, which is under SA Defence News, where we try and keep the public of South Africa informed. We all over the place doing ENG stuff, and then putting little clips onto YouTube just so that South Africa can see what the SANDF does when they're not fighting wars.
So,
sorry, Jenny.
So you're mostly a documentary producing entity, but the advert was for a campaign called SANDF Contributing to Peace and Security for a Better Africa, and then they gave you the brief, which is obviously what you followed.
Yes. Basically, that's how it went down.
Well, I think it's very good indeed. Roughly how many other submissions were there in the category that you won? Do you know?
As far as I know, there was one from every country, so there were 13 submissions. in the categories. I can give you the countries, but I don't know if I want to run through the whole list right now.
No, I just wanted to get some idea of the competition you're up against, and so that was quite impressive.
Sorry, and just give you a bit of background as well. Obviously, the film festival represents the defence forces of the various countries, but it's not to say that it's only the guys in uniform that make the adverts. A lot of the bigger countries with big budgets have actually hired Hollywood producers and things like that to assist them to make the adverts. So we were very chuffed with our achievement.
All right, well, John, I'm going to ask you just to stay there for a moment. And John Adler, as you've probably gathered, is the executive producer of the South African National Defence Forces TV section. We're going to come back to him, but first...
Talk Radio 702 Ad Feature with Andy Rice.
Well, let's just go back to John Adler. And John Adler, just in case you've just tuned in, is the executive producer of the SA National Defence Forces TV section, just won a big award. And John, what we didn't ask you is, what is your prize?
Well, Jenny, it is a beautiful trophy. Unfortunately, obviously, it being a government competition in the sense that it's presented by the government by the Italian government, you'll actually see that one of the people who handed over the prizes was the Premier of Italy. So unfortunately, it's just a trophy and a big mention worldwide, but that's about it.
But I see that all of the submissions are going to be shown on a website, www.defencefilmfestival.com. So will that give people who are interested a sense of the competition that you're up against and beat?
Absolutely, 100%. There's also the International Military Film Festival has also got a Facebook page where they've posted photos and as well as the submissions and all that kind of stuff. I don't have the direct name of it, but I'm sure if you look under International Military Film Festival, it should come up.
Well, John, listen, thank you very much indeed, and congratulations to you and your team.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Jenny. Thanks, Andy. Take care.
It's a pleasure. There goes John Adler. And I mean, the least they could do is give them a little cup, a little replica.
One to keep on the mantelpiece,
well,
yes.
Whatever. It's just nice to have it on your desk or something.
Well, maybe this week Bracciano, next week Cannes. Who knows?
Talk Radio 702 Ad Feature with Andy Rice.